Disappointing earnings reports from Apple and China Unicom sent Asian stocks sharply lower today, and risk aversion lifted the dollar and yen. Improvement in the deflation reading also helped provide some support to the Japanese yen for recovery. The yen will likely be torn between expectation of Bank of Japan easing next week and a bit of risk aversion, and might go nowhere today. Meanwhile, we'd possibly see other major currencies weaken against the dollar mildly today before Q3 GDP data is released in the US, which might rock the markets. Released from Japan, national CPI dropped 0.1% year-on-year in September, staying in deflation, while Tokyo CPI dropped 0.4% year-on-year. Though, both are better than expectation of dropping 0.2% year-on-year and 0.5% year-on-year respectively. After all, as Japan remains in deflation, the expectation for the Bank of Japan to expand its monetary stimulus next week in its October 30th meeting is much higher. There is still much to be done to achieve the 1% inflation target. And if it happens, it will be the second time the bank has expanded its stimulus in 2 months. In the US, there were some rumors that Fitch is going to downgrade its rating on the United States debts. Fitch declined to comment but just referred inquiries to its July statement on US ratings. There it said that the US's credit rating is unlikely to change before late 2013. The rating agency will need to wait to assess the deficit reduction plans following this year's election. Meanwhile, July's statement also noted that the US's top rating is underpinned by diversified and productive economy and financial flexibility from the dollar's status as the reserve currency. In the Eurozone, Santander, Spain's biggest bank, urged the government to seek an international bailout. Chief Executive Alfredo Sáenz said that a situation in which the Treasury funding is being helped by contingency credit lines offered by any international body will produce a fall in the sovereign debt risk premium and, as a consequence, a fall in banks' risk premium. Markets have so far been very quiet regarding Spain this week, and we'd need to wait until November to have some developments. On the data front, New Zealand trade deficit came in narrower than expected at minus 791 million New Zealand dollars in September. German GfK consumer sentiment for November improved to 6.3 and import price dropped 0.7% month-on-month in September. The Swiss KOC leading indicator will be released today. Meanwhile, US Q3 GDP will be the main feature today and is expected to show 1.8% annualized growth.